to justice for Heinz-Harald Frentzen in Formula 199, and round 10 brings us to the beloved high-speed version of Hockenheim, which sees us tearing through the forests of the Rhine Valley. Now, with a 100% win record so far at this circuit in this series, I'm using today's race as an opportunity to lock in, as the kids say. Might say. I honestly wouldn't know. The point is, we need to dominate if we're going to hold Jordan to a Constructors title, no matter how comfortable we may be in the driver's standings. In real life, Mika Hakkinen took an incredible 8th pole of the season in 10 races. Slightly frightening. But what also was quite incredible, I'd say, is Heinz-Harald Frentzen had a pretty good day, and he qualified second, just 0.05 of a second behind the FIM. Now, another Mika also had a pretty good day, Mika Salo, in his second race weekend for Ferrari, qualifying 4th, ahead of his title-contending teammate. As was becoming tradition in 1999, Rubens Barrichello put his Stewart in the top 6, and it was a rare moment of joy in an otherwise quite frustrating year for Olivier Panis in the Prost, nabbing 7th. So once again, the weekend has taken the format of being rainy Friday, rainy Saturday, but becoming cloudy, so it might be okay at the end of this session, and then just cloudy for the race. We're seeing some similar patterns of weather. We've not really seen a sunny weekend deteriorate into rain. We've not seen it be fully rainy. Have we had a wet race, actually, this season? I don't actually think we have. We've seen wet weather, but not in the race itself. So, it's a shame it's not really, super random.
Hockenheim is a bit of a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It has two very different characters. Around the stadium complex, the corners are slow and tight, but most of the circuit is a series of fast straights punctuated by chicanes.
Lovely. Perfect, Murray. No notes. Despite the in-game weather, you may notice it's the polar opposite here, and things look a little bit different because I'm filming this during one of the heat waves. Not the worst one, but a heat wave nonetheless. And it is quite warm and unpleasant, so I have tried to ventilate a little bit. It's not helping with the smell, and I will sweat a little bit, so I apologise for that. I'm a high-performance athlete, and athletes sweat.
Sweat, baby. Sweat, sweat.
Right. So, in theory, it's supposed to go overcast later. It's remained rainy. 13 minutes to go. Have I got a click too far there? Not sure. Let's have a look while it's dry. Ralf Schumacher is currently on pole for his home race. After missing out on points last week, he's back with a vengeance. Incredibly, it's Irvine and Salo, Villeneuve, and then the McLarens are down the order. That's cool. What's less cool is Damon Hill. Oh, Damon. I know I wanted the order getting shaken up, but not Hill. Naturally, the target is pole. Has to be pole. It's not raining now. Do I go out? Wet tyres are on. Do I go out in dry tyres? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk going out in dry tyres. This might make it ridiculously easy. If we can time it right. I mean, I almost knew it was going to start raining on the outlap.
Oh, you say? Womp womp.
Now the track is wet, as denoted by the rain light and the spray around the tyres. So gonna have to be careful. Can't push it maybe as hard as I otherwise would. But who knows? It might stop again. Might get lucky. And incredibly, I did. Look at this for timing. Cross the line, and the heavens close. Fantastic. He was too stunned to speak. However, don't celebrate too soon, as the lap, despite being clear and clean, was slightly off the pace. And as if that wasn't bad enough, Ted Wine.
Oh my goodness me! He's off onto the ground!
I'm guessing that was Eddie Irvine. Just because you've gotten level on points with Hakkinen doesn't mean you're in the fight, mate. You're a long way back. It's not going to help you. I mean, what is going to help is the fact that was just really slow. Maybe I was being a little bit too careful because I'm worried about the rain. Let's lock in. Stop using... Why am I obsessed with that phrase? Let's just focus. Okay, I am going to put the wet tyres on. But also, I've noticed that I'm hitting the rev limiter really early, and I've just thought... I've been assuming that it's been just switching to, like, the recommended default setup in each track. And now I'm thinking, why have I assumed that? Because does it do that? I'm not sure if it does now. So I think I'm just going to go aggressive on the wings. Wet soft tyre. Oh, time is short. We got to go. See, this is the thing I can't remember now. Did I switch the base setup for Monaco? Or did I go to do it? I'm thinking that it had done it for me when I'd gone to do it, but now I really can't remember. It's been a long time. Like, I started this season, then life stuff happened, and I must admit, I might have taken my eye off the ball slightly in my attention to the details of the car setup. Because to be fair, for the most part, I've been doing okay. When I put the right tyres on the car, I'm okay. But here, setup is pretty important. So I might have botched another qualifying here quite heavily. And despite the weather being right for the tyres that I had on, botched was indeed the word. Horrific. And that's not focusing, but also hubris, just thinking I'm going to walk it again. It's the one time where the setups really come into play. Idiot. To quote Murray Walker, it's not enough to be lucky, you've got to be good. And for Ferrari in the 1999 German Grand Prix, it was a perfect mixture of both. And for the second race in a row, a Mika Hakkinen pole was converted into an unexpected Eddie Irvine win. For the longest time, it seemed like the win was nailed on for Hakkinen. Unfortunately, he had a refueling issue in his pit stop which dropped him down the order, and then he had a high-speed blowout which saw him crash out of the race. It's all not his fault. In the meantime, David Coulthard took himself out of contention by damaging his front wing while trying to overtake Mika Salo, and then whilst trying to regain those places that he'd lost, got a penalty for cutting the chicane. It hadn't been the best couple of races for DC. This meant the race morphed into a Ferrari 1-2 with Salo leading, and he hadn't put a foot wrong. Thing is, though, he wasn't fighting for a title, so he let Irvine past for the win. And Irvine was incredibly grateful for him, in fact gave him his winner's trophy to show his gratitude. It is worth noting, though, that result would be Mika Salo's best finish in Formula 1. So that must sting a little in hindsight. Frentzen, though, drove a solid race to pick up a home podium. Right. Why did I assume this was changing automatically? Oh, mate, I've just misremembered. It's because of the break in the series. Most of the season I've been fine without really touching the setup. This is the one track you know you need to change it for. That's on me. That's just stupid. So, and I didn't even notice, actually, as well, we'd finished the session in 12th, but then dropped to 18th. Sick. So confirmation, it is cloudy for the race. Let's have a look at the grid.
In pole position, David Coulthard. Mika Hakkinen is alongside on row 1. Ralf Schumacher sits in 3rd place.
Oh! I'm all right with that, though. I'm all right with that. Irvine not doing well. Coulthard having a bit of form. That's okay. Very all right with that. Zanardi 7th, Salo 8th. And the grid's shook up in another way. Barrichello, though, down the order after scoring his first points last week. And there we are, alongside Fisichella, behind Marc Genet in the Minardi. I'm hoping I should be able to cut my way through the pack. So, I'm going to continue being slightly delulu, and I'm going to say let's win. We've got to keep winning. I want Jordan to be in the constructors fight. Hill is once again doing his part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I didn't do shit.
Oh, okay. It's going to be another ridiculous race. Let's hope we've got the pace.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we go, revs up.
Let's go.
Oh, and for once, I feel like I've overtaken someone at the start. That was a terrible launch.
They've all got away. Not too many incidents.
For, I think, was it Fisichella or was it Panis? Or, I don't know. Panis wasn't that far back. Whoever it was, wasn't a great start. And we go forward. And look at that. Immediately, 200 miles an hour. What a dead.
He's trying to outbrake.
Oh! I'm sorry, sir. I'm not sure exactly what it is I did to you. I can't believe what do you mean we're being out-dragged by the arrows? We do hold them off. What? Did you see that? He absolutely bashed us off the road. That was mental. Okay, we have pulled a little bit of a gap to the car behind. There's Panis. Ahead of us, dicing with people into the stadium section. We've got a Benetton going backward. Oh, my word. And contact between the Benetton and the Prost ahead of us knocks Panis into our path, and we make contact again. We'll have a look to check for damage in a moment when we get onto one of the straights. But it's Hakkinen, Coulthard, Irvine, Hill, Schumacher, Salo in the points. I would love to see it. Come on, Mika Salo. In the meantime, we have a damaged front wing. We have already seen us lose a wing this season. Let's be careful. Maybe a little bit of field spread will help us. Let's try and work our way through. That was good. That was good. Don't you even dare, Olivier. Coming to a cluster of cars here. This isn't ideal. And I'm just going to hold back for the moment. Oh, dear me. Absolute gaggle of nonsense. And they come to an almost complete stop. We're okay. We're pushing our luck. But I don't feel like none of these are my fault. Because, you guys, you don't have to stop. You don't have to go that slow. No one's even waving yellow flags. Let's just relax, yeah? Here we go, to the inside of the Prost. Oh, he's sent it back up the inside of us at Sachs curb. We're going to be on the inside for the final two corners. Angle out the final corner. Get the run from the exit of the Nord curve, that's it. And we're starting to find where we can make moves on people. Obviously the ideal one is have the speed in a straight line. It's almost being run out of road there, that's insane. Oh! There's a slight lock-up. A reminder that corner cutting is being policed. I got one in qualifying, but it was when I was rushing round the track to get back into the pits and change some things. I did it deliberately, and it was an insane cut, and it's the only corner cut warning I've seen. So I feel like it's still pretty lenient. Oh my word. Getting caught out by the heavy steering in that final sector. And I've got low wings, so obviously the manoeuvrability is down slightly. Which, credit where credit's due. Like, that is good that it does simulate that.
Are we seeing something dramatic here?
Oh, all day long, Murray. It's been constant.
He's having a look at Alesi.
Yes.
He's going for it now.
Good move. Up to ninth. We can still see the leaders, despite all of this. once again, we still incredibly have an opportunity. Not even been paying attention to what's going on in the top 6, but my quick maths tells me that Sarlo has missed out on a points position for now. That was a terrible bit of driving over the chicane. I'm just going to let off the throttle slightly there. Probably could have gotten past Villeneuve then. Oh, God, we sent the move on Villeneuve into the Sachs curve. And he comes back at us. It's not about outbraking in, it's about the exit out. So we swoop through the Nord curve. That's how we need to do it there. Good run, good slingshot. Sarlo is right there. Up to 7th. Hill is still in the points as far as I'm aware. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. A little bit deep there. Now we've got the setup right. We are powering along these straights quite nicely. Ah, awful. A little bit of a let up off the throttle on exit. And we could have maybe overtaken Barrichello down this straight, but driving, really driving. That was a beauty of him. Oh, he's hanging it round the outside though, side by side through the final 2 corners. That was a lovely bit of racing. That was nice. Sometimes things line up and the racing is superb. And then other times, madness. Entertaining madness. But madness nonetheless. Here comes Ralph, who back in the points. And he will stay in the points. But his tally has been halved. In the meantime, I think Irvine is dueling with Damon Hill. The McLaren's still leading. And again we go for the exit. And Hill's in a podium position. This feels so bad. Damon, can you get past one of the McLarens for me, mate? We can have a hell of a story on our hands, you know? Oh my word, Damon. You braked a little bit early there, mate. What were you doing? What were you doing? That seems a little bit violent.
That could blow things wide open.
The McLarens are running comfortably together. And they continue to run comfortably together. Awful. That's just me overcorrecting the heavy steering in the final part of this. It's the low wings. I think the low wings keep catching me out. I'd kind of gotten used to the heavy steering, but with even less downforce, I've cost myself so much time there, and Irvine has just taken the podium place off Hill as well. It's a bad couple of corners for Jordan. Eddie is going to be so angry. Here we go. Damon's pace was good up to a point, and now he seems to be struggling quite heavily. Behind Ralf Schumacher now. Oh! Barrichello's probably going to take this back off us. Okay. Go to the inside for the Nord curve. Just make sure we get the exit. We've scrubbed off a little bit of speed there.
Yes, he's going for it now.
We're past Damon. We're past Ralph. Irvine, god damn it, is in the podium positions. But the McLaren's unfazed at the top. Can still see a speck of yellow behind me in that last points position. Got to nail Nord curve now. And it is much harder when they're not fighting each other and you're taking on the two highest performance constructors in the game. Eddie, that's weaving, mate. Come off it.
A very slight impact there. No harm done, it seems. He's having a look at...
Oh, I want to see the damage. It's probably not a good time to look, really. The wing is still there. That's the important thing. Oh, Eddie is determined to cost us points today. He's in this. He wants to be taken seriously. Oh, come on, come on, come on. We can somehow pull a ridiculous win and out of it here. Pass one. Coulthard next. Hakkinen leading. Looking to move ahead of Irvine. Again, level on points coming into today. But obviously, he wants to shut the gap to us. And Coulthard is rear gunnering quite nicely. Let's get the exit, let's get the exit. And we do. We're going aggressive towards the Nord curve. Past Coulthard. Sweep through the Nord curve. Scrubbed off a little bit of speed. Hakkinen's away. Final lap. Hill just hanging on to that final points position at the moment. Between Schumacher, him and Barrichello, as it so often is. Right. Oh, we're coming up. Is it the Erst chicane, I think? I'm not going to do the move into it, but let's just make sure we take it well and get the exit. We've got the run to the inside. We pass Mika Hakkinen on the final lap. So cruel that he lost this race in real life through no real fault of his own. And that's the best I've taken that chicane all day. Right, just the final sector. I've made mistakes here before. Let's not mess this up. Through Ajip. To Sachs curve. Keep it nice and tidy. Final two corners. We hang on. There's a run of cars behind us, but we win the German Grand Prix. A home win behind Alfredson. One of the most incredible wins of the season. And this shouldn't be this ridiculous. Oh, in the end, we crossed the line. Less than a second ahead of Hakkinen. Coulthard third, Irvine fourth. Hill manages to overtake Ralf Schumacher on the final lap, so another good couple of points for him. Gutted for Salo. Gutted for Barrichello again. Gutted that Hill, Hill was in the podium positions at one point. But honestly, how 18th, complete calamity all the way through. Had some stuff that we got screwed over, had some stuff where I screwed myself over, and yet. So we keep our 100% record at this circuit. 5 seasons, 4 different games, we've won every time, but by far the closest one, and unnecessarily so. Yeah, Barrichello just misses out again, as does Salo. I do have a feeling Salo's going to just miss out every single race as well. So we go 23 points clear of Mika Hakkinen. Eddie Irvine drops 3 points behind Hakkinen after being level last time out. Incredibly, Coulthard still hasn't caught Schumacher. He's getting closer, but still hasn't caught him. Ralf Schumacher into double figures. Good result again from Hill. He's shutting the gap very slowly on Ralf. So still a shot at 6th for him. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. There's just 1 point between McLaren and Ferrari, and we're just 3 points behind them. That is massive. absolutely massive. 3 points separating the top 3. We're on. It's going to be so close as well. Because as much as I feel like it's perfectly possible for me to win every race from here to the end, there's such a level of unpredictability around things, especially with how erratic the AI can be. And how erratic apparently I am just generally. Mainly in admin. Change the setup. But it is absolutely game on, and it continues at the Hungaroring, which has been described as like a karting track. So, note to self, I will change the setup. But thank you so much for watching. Another crazy race. The races, are, even when I qualify well, still end up being interesting. Today was very much self-inflicted. Could have easily been a Silverstone Part 2, more accurate. If I'd have lost that wing again, I wouldn't have been surprised, actually. But yeah, Hungaroring next. Hope you're enjoying the series. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon.